Hi, welcome to Roselia's Kitchen. We're here again with Maria, who's videotaping me. And we're making today mozzarella, cream cheese, meatball calzones. Long sentence. It's actually very simple though. We're using Philadelphia, 8 ounces of chive and onion. And we're going to use a mixer just so we can get everything nice and smooth. So we're going to put the whole thing into a mixer. 8 ounces of chive. And to that, we are going to add our breadcrumb, 2 cups, and we are going to add about a half of the sun-dried tomato and basil, so 4 ounces. And for spice, we're going to add a steak seasoning, which is basically garlic, hot pepper, salt and pepper and salt. So it's really like a steak seasoning. You could use something a little less spicy. Since cream cheese takes away a little of the spice, I like to make a little kick. And it's going to be a meat dish. It's going to be wrapped up in dough. It's going to be delicious. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of that, and then we're going to process it. Okay, put that on. It's going to be nice and mixed. Okay, now as that's mixing, you want to take 2 eggs and you want to add the eggs. Okay, now that's becoming all together. It's got a nice little combination. You can actually smell the chives. Alright, now once this is all mixed together and smooth, you're going to shut this off. Make it a little high for a minute. Just make those quick. Okay, you're going to shut this off and you're going to add it to your meat. You have 2 pounds of grade A chopped meat, and make sure you get every bit. Make sure you get all 2 pounds in here. You're going to take your breadcrumb mixture and marry it with your meat. And how I do this with nice clean hands, I just mix it together. Make sure that all gets in there. Okay, and so we don't want meatballs too hard. We're going to add about a cup of water slowly. You will make little meatballs, put them on a tray, put them in the oven 350, and let them cook for about 15 minutes before you put them into your dough. So once this is all completely mixed, you will then make meatballs. Okay, once you mix the 2 together, you want to add another cup of breadcrumb, actually about 2 cups, and some Kraft Parmesan cheese to that mixture. And as you'll see, it's getting a little dry, so you're going to add the rest of the cup of the water, and you just get in there, get it all mixed together nicely. Smell the herbs, the chives, very good. Once this is completely mixed together, you are ready to make little meatballs that will be in the pocket of the dough for your calzone. And we're going to use the rest of that spread, the sun-dried tomato spread, to season the actual dough, and put a little Kraft mozzarella on there. It's going to be delicious. My kids love this. It's great during the week. I actually make them, freeze them, and they eat them up. All I have to do is pop them in the oven, and everything is nice and fresh. So it's something you can make for parties, something you can make for dinner. Nice little recipe. Okay, I'm ready to make our meatballs. Okay, when you're doing this, if you see your dough's a little, you want to make sure the dough's a little loose. You might want to add about another 1/3 cup of water, just so the dough has a nice moist texture as you're making meatballs. Make sure you measure twice, cook once. Delicious. Okay. We have a tray, and we're going to add a little bit of olive oil to the tray, because they're not going to be fried, and you can fry them if you like. I just choose not to. And we're going to spread that around with our hands. Okay, and nice deep. This is a nice big old tray from Mama. Okay, and now we're going to take the meatballs and make tiny little meatballs. Okay. So, just little meatballs because they're going to fit in the pocket. The Calzone pocket. You don't want them too big, and you want them all even, so they're easy to work with. And you'll get a lot out of 2 pounds. I mean, you could actually reduce this recipe if you wanted to, make less, but you could even freeze these meatballs and eat them during the week, a little pasta dish. Or just a side salad. My kids love just plain meatballs. Alright, I just had one. They're delicious. They came out of the oven. They're still a little warm. You want them to cool off. The meatballs are ready to eat. You can actually eat them like this, but we're going to make it into a meal. Alright, these cream cheese meatballs. What we're going to do with the rest of the remaining of the sun-dried tomato, basil, cream cheese, we're going to take that spread and spread it across your pizza dough. Okay, you want to make the pizza dough fairly thin. It's going to be a calzone, not too thin. You don't want it to open up or break. And it's your spread. Delicious. Okay. Then you can reverse it, but I like it this way. And what we're going to do then is take some Kraft mozzarella and line the pizza dough with that as well. Okay. Delicious, I must say delicious. Okay, here we go. So now you got to put the oven on. The pizza dough is about 425, depending on your recipe. So I put my oven to 425, and it's preheating while I'm doing this part. You want to take your meatballs, that's why you don't want them too big, and you want to put them into your dough. You're going to make little pockets for all your members of your family to enjoy for dinner. All right, nice calzone. So there's one calzone. And you use a pizza cutter, trim around the edges. All right, because you don't want it, you want it to make it nice and tight. And you have your first calzone. Now what you're going to do is take a fork, which I should have had ready, and you're going to press around the sides of the dough. Okay? Press around the sides of the dough. Garlic and cheese. And I rub it across the top. Alright? And what I put on my stone earlier, is a little olive oil I rubbed in. Alright, we're going to do one more. Hi, okay, we're back, and everything's about 15 minutes later. We're going to look in the oven, see how everything's going. Oh, it smells delicious in here. Alright, I'm chewing again because this came out and I'm kind of picking on the edges. Here they are, beautiful calzones. I made a couple of big ones. I made a couple of little ones, just in case you're not too hungry. The mozzarella is going to ooze out. I flattered it up. I'm going to serve it with some Italian sauce. Nice hot sauce that I made earlier in the week for a pasta dish. And I'm just going to put a little on the dish over there, and we'll cut it open, eat it, and enjoy. Okay, here we are. We're going to cut this open. See what it looks like inside. It's a beautiful little hot pot. And here we go. And there you can see the mozzarella, and you can see the tomato and sun-dried tomato and cream cheese with the meatballs. Delicious. So bon appetit and enjoy your food.